What's up? It's your boy, Will Blink, at the mic again.
Welcome to the certified bro moment.
We're talking about Pizzagate. Okay, Chris, you asked your question again.
What is Pizzagate?
All right, I'll tell you what Pizzagate is. Okay, it's this whole line of conspiracies that really line up in a really like strange and coincidental way, but it's impossible to verify. That the Democratic Party and a lot of its affiliates and CPAC donators and everything along those lines.
Not real.
I know it isn't, but everything
It could be.
everything's really strange and coincidental. So like, I'm just giving Chris the overlay here. I never say I believed in that, but yeah, there's this whole conspiracy that that they were running like a sex trafficking ring, like out of the Cosmic Pizza place in Washington D.C. They're kind of using it as a front, and like John Podesta, like the guy's just a creep. He's like I forget like his position in government, but he's like a Democratic politician, and he's like a freaking whack job. And he looks like a stick with like a balloon on it. Like you guys see the guy? He's like the definition of like a pencil neck. And like he looks like a creep. And
No, I don't believe this, but I'm going to take 10 seconds to just roast this dude.
yeah, fair enough. And but like apparently his email was hacked, and they found all these like hundreds of emails just full of like these code words they found like
Cheese pizza.
yeah, it was like cheese pizza. It was like extra
Papa
sausage,
John's.
extra sausage on a pizza. Like asked for like 200 hot dogs for the next party, or like for the next gathering.
He does look like a stick with a balloon
Doesn't he?
on top.
it looks like a slug.
Wait, you guys remember the balloon from Phineas and Ferb?
Oh, jeez, he does. what was his name?
Balloony.
Balloony. I'm gonna look him up,
Yeah.
and you're gonna.
And like and he would host parties with like through these emails he would host parties with this Ibra Vip, like I think her name's like Ibrahimovic or something, and she like does like these satanic yeah that's what it looks like.
Hold on, wait. Keep going, Josh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
Sorry. Keep going.
Yeah, she did.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
She said,
Stop! We're having a podcast.
yeah, and she does like these strange like satanic themed like art projects and like visual art stuff, and she's tied with some really strange stuff. Like she was the one that was in spirit cooking. I don't know if you heard that whole thing during like the 2016 election, but like she supposedly put a curse on the Republican Party through spirit cooking. She's a freaking whack job. So like all these people are just really connected, and it's a really strange situation. And there's a lot of missing children in the Washington D.C. area.
You're looking up. You're putting them side by side.
Is that the thumbnail?
Yeah, that's the thumbnail.
Face morph them.
Yeah, why don't we face more of them?
Alright.
No, not right now.
Why can't I do it right now? I just want to see what it'll look like.
Yeah. We
Okay.
can.
I can still talk and do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just a really strange situation. It can't be verified, but a lot of strange people involved.
Okay. So. Stop! We're having a podcast. Just. Okay. Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So, we went to go see Shazam. How was that?
It was a good DC movie, but it was like a okay movie overall. Because like DC standards are like way below average standards for a movie.
I remember going in to Batman versus Superman and getting smacked in the face by how awful it was.
Yeah.
And I can't. it's tainted my view on every single DC movie. Like from now on, I'll never go like, oh, that looks good. I'll go like.
I think they shouldn't let Zack Snyder near like any film camera, ever.
He has gone through some tragedy recently. His daughter committed suicide.
Yeah, but you don't put him near a camera.
Yeah. And did you hear what he said?
What?
So they had like a meeting of DC filmmakers and people, like fans, and then a person like brought up like that Batman shouldn't kill. He's like, well, you're living in a fantasy world.
You know what I mean? So, and it's a cool point of view. Look, I'm 100% fine with it. It's a cool point of view to be like, my heroes are still innocent, you know? My heroes didn't fucking, lie to America. My heroes didn't, embezzle money from their My heroes didn't fucking commit any atrocities. I'm like, that's cool, but you're living in a fucking dream world, okay?
I'm like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I feel like also, yeah.
I'm like, yeah. That's
what all these comic movies are about.
Yeah, Batman and Superman don't exist. Like, that's like if you killed off a character in Star Wars and he just came back and no one like said anything.
Yeah.
And then people got angry and went to George Lucas. They're like, well, you're living in a fantasy world if you don't think that this guy will come back. I'm like, what? This is stupid.
Wasn't there like a Star Wars trailer that came out?
Oh yeah.
I didn't see it because I don't really care.
You don't.
I watched it and I'm not gonna go see the movie.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I don't really care.
I don't know. I think they shot themselves in the foot by like releasing like 4 movies in the past 3 years.
Yeah, I hate how much. And it's not only just movies. It's like they're like, oh yeah, we're doing TV shows and we're doing.
They
like
just Disney-fied it.
Yeah, they're throwing everything at the wall, and then it got to the point where, like, I listened to a podcast called The Weekly Planet, and one of their ongoing gag is every single week they get new Star Wars news, and it gets very infuriating because every single week it feels like they're scrambling to go like, you remember Star Wars? Star Wars is still here. Star Wars is still doing something. Here's some Star Wars news. And you're like, okay.
Like,
Star Wars is relevant.
Yeah.
Trust me.
They're like, come on, just hold up. We have new news. There's a new show. It's The Mandalorian. It's coming out on Disney Plus. You get to see like a knockoff of Jango Fett, but cooler. And it has Taika Waititi and Jon Favreau directing. So you need to watch this because Star Wars is still here. It's still cool.
well, I just wonder which classic movie from like the 70s they're gonna like which plot line they're gonna rip off. Because they did that for the first one, for The Force Awakens. And then they ripped off Empire Strikes Back.
And they deviated it.
I'm going to be honest, I don't remember The Force Awakens.
I mean, it was probably the best out of all of them.
They did not rip off Empire Strikes Back. They ripped off A New Hope.
Oh, New Hope,
That's the only one that I've seen and I don't remember.
Yeah.
The only thing I remember is Han dies.
Yeah, and there's like, oh, guess what?
Spoilers.
We got a new Death Star. And how will we blow it up again? So, guess what? It's getting blown up.
We're going to take the Death Star, and we're going to blow it up. But we're just going to do that every what is it, 6 years.
Yeah.
You said something. If you're going to have a Death Star in your movie, you got to blow it
up. It's like, and I feel like this is the thing. The Last Jedi.
That was probably their worst one out of all of them.
But, like, I can see why it's bad, but not for the same reasons that most Star Wars fans think.
Yeah.
Because it does something different. And people, like, I'm looking for it to do something different.
Yeah.
Everyone, like...
But it's different between, like, execution and doing something different. Because you can do something different and it won't be good. But, like, it's a matter of execution.
I feel like no one's going to get what they want. Because you build... Everyone's built Star Wars up
Yeah.
to be this big thing, and they're never gonna capture that in a bottle ever again.
Yeah, but
It's-
no one's holding the gun to Disney's hand or Disney's head, saying release more Star Wars.
Hold a gun to their head.
Not my hands.
Hand model. But nobody's forcing them to make movies. They're just going for the cash grab. And the
Yeah.
nostalgia factor.
That's what Disney always does. That's
Yeah.
why they buy.
It's pretty much just Ready Player One.
Yeah. Whoa, reference.
Look at what Disney has.
Oh, I know that reference.
It has. Look at everything that was popular in the 80s and the 70s.
Yeah.
And then look at what Disney has. They've got the Muppets. They've got Star Wars, Indiana Jones. They've got Marvel. They weren't popular in movies, but they were popular in comics. They have now X-Men. The X-Men 90s was like extremely popular. And they have Spider-Man. Spider-Man 90s was extremely popular. And yeah, now they're rebooting all the old like Disney cartoons and making them CGI, which I don't like.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
just wait for the next decade. That's when the whole '90s nostalgia craze is gonna come into effect.
well, it's
Just
already
like how the '80s effect was
it's already in
this
effect.
decade.
Yeah, it's already in effect.
And
A lot of people are like, "Yeah, I'm '90s kids."
No. I think the whole '90s kid thing is kind of tired out now because that was like a what was it, like a 9-gag meme crap, like rage comic level stuff. No, it'll be like infused in media. It won't be like it won't be like late '90s kid. I got my Game Boy. Late '90s kid. Ooh, troll face.
Are you another? Oh my god! that's it.
You know, it looks more like
That's
now
our thumbnail.
than it did before.
Oh my god! That's our thumbnail. There he is.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen. We got him.
Look at that champ. Where'd it go, champ?
God.
All right, good work, Chris. But anyways,
Back,
yeah,
back to Shazam.
it's gonna be more infused in culture. I mean, I already know that Captain Marvel is in the '90s or whatever, but it doesn't like use the '90s as a specific theme,
Yeah,
like Stranger Things does,
yeah.
what it does with the '80s.
Back to Shazam. What's your thoughts, Chris?
It was a good for a DC movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
think that's what everybody thinks.
I have a deal with the bone to pick with the creators of Shazam, like the original creators.
Because
of it.
Chris yelled at me in the middle of a movie theaters, and I was left defenseless.
I had my finger in his face and was screaming, "Sir, sir!"
It was real fun.
And,
I can't wait
yeah.
to go see another movie with you
Oh
guys.
wait, not
I'm so excited to go.
Oh,
see
yeah.
it.
We're going to see him on the
Almost-
Saturday, so I can yell at you there.
what movie
What?
is it?
The stupid, not stupid, the Christian movie thing.
Oh, Pilgrim's Progress.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yell at me about something that was like written not.
I'll yell.
Yeah, probably around the same time.
I'll yell about how it's not like actual pilgrims.
Yeah, thanks.
But oh yeah, I forgot about the kid behind me. That was annoying. That was annoying
And
me
then,
to death.
then there was Facebook lady, 2 rows
Yeah,
and 3
with
seats
like a
over.
brightness all the way up.
Yeah, on her iPhone X.
Wow,
Then
she's flexing on us. But you see, the kid behind me was the worst type because I could somewhat manage like a crying little kid, but like the kid behind me,
The
he was
talkers.
Like, he was the worst. Oh my god, he was like the snarky type where he was like, oh, he couldn't do that in real life because of this.
And then the
'Cause
dad
they
was
think
like-
they're all smart and stuff.
I didn't hear the kid. I only heard the dad.
Yeah,
And
I heard him,
And he
too.
was like, just annoying me, like,
And he was-
shut up.
And he was laughing at like the stupidest stuff.
That is an actual representation of his laugh.
Yeah. It was incredibly exaggerated, and the kid was all like, "Oh, I'm super smart for my age."
How old was he?
I don't know. He's probably like
You're
10,
stupid.
like 9,
I know
10 years old.
I know the real facts.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's magic. It's literally magic. It's a wizard.
Oh, it's magic.
But
Copyright.
he, like, You can't just go into like Harry Potter and go like
Harry Potter
would flush himself down a toilet in real life.
This is scientifically impossible. Well, yeah, that's why it's magic.
I'm feeling that kid watches a young Sheldon.
I feel like that kid watches Matt Pat, but that's just a theory.
I feel like that's the kind of kid that collects printers.
Yeah, that's the kind of kid who likes printers.
He's a rock kisser.
Yeah, he's a rock licker. Let's you wanna take a look at DC's future?
Sure, yeah. Let's discuss their future.
We've got Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
That is...
It's just gonna be another grab at the Wonder Woman phenomenon.
Well, I'm fine with female-led superhero things.
Yeah, so am I.
Women aren't funny.
You want to keep that in? Yeah, let's...
Yeah.
Okay, 7th grade on Instagram. Keep on doing that.
No one hit me up.
So,
Going through a tough time. Only certain people know.
So
11/11.
Yeah,
I was fine with Birds of Prey until they came out with the full title.
Yeah, with like the full title.
I don't know what it is.
Okay, so Birds of Prey is traditionally it's a female-led superhero group.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And it's led after Batgirl gets shot in the spine by the Joker.
Gets scrunched.
Yeah, scrunched in the spine.
For the during Killing Joke.
She becomes
That was good.
She becomes wheelchair lady.
Wheels and leg man.
Yeah.
Professor X.
And then she works on the works and she basically she's Batman's guy in the chair.
Yeah,
she's the new Alfred.
Literally guy in the chair. Or woman in the chair.
Yeah.
So she's pretty much just the new Alfred.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. And then Alfred, her name's Oracle, and she I think Batman gets like captured or something. So she calls up all her girlfriends for a girls' night out, and well, obviously she's not going. Yeah, I'm driving. Don't hop in.
Get my disabled van.
Her wheelchair turns into like an SUV, like a Ford Explorer.
Throw me the keys. But yeah. Hop in a time machine.
Can we talk about that quickly? So amidst my yelling at Tommy, he says, "What do you want me to hop in a time machine and go back?" But when he does it, he kind of whips and then turns his hand back,
like he's turning a key.
Yeah. What do you want me to hop in my time machine and turn?
It should be like the new craze, like instead of the new one that's out.
Instead of the default dance from Fortnite.
Yeah, that one.
What?
Or the one where they go like that.
It's
like, and then just walk towards the camera again. No, it's.
Do you guys want to start a certified bro moment TikTok? Let us know in the comments if you would watch our TikTok if we made a TikTok account.
All 10 of you.
Thank you,
We
Josh.
want all of your input.
Thank you, Project Atlantic.
Yeah.
Please leave us another comment about Dakota Mason's body.
Yeah, dominatrix. Hopefully the YouTube algorithm catches on that.
There we
Dominatrix.
I'll put
Now our
dominatrix in the
content is
hashtags. But
now our content is flagged.
so she calls up Black Canary. Do you know who Black Canary is?
I've watched Young Justice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then
I need to catch up on that.
Huntress. Do you know who Huntress is?
Yeah.
She's like female Batman but with a crossbow. So
more like
She
female
is
Green
lesbian.
Arrow.
yeah, but she's not green, she's purple and blue and white. But she was originally from like Earth 2. She was Batman's daughter from Earth 2. But then they're like, we want her in the real world. So they're like, let's make her some random person who just knows Batman.
Rando.
So
What is up, my Bat brother?
they've had a bunch of people throughout the years. They've had Renee Montoya, who's like a cop in Batman. And then they've had
Cops.
I don't think they've had Wonder Woman, but they had like different other people.
I think we're at 12 subscribers.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
They've had Poison Ivy. Anyway, so this one...
Let's take a villain and make him good.
This one, they completely dropped Batgirl or Oracle, the person who made the team. They're taking a Venom approach where they drop a central character and then they replace
Hold on,
them.
can we sue them for taking out the disabled person and making it going against disabled people?
Because Hot Topic is selling so much Harley Quinn stuff, they dropped her, and they're putting in Margot Robbie's Harleen Quinzel, and they're renaming it Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn.
That's the full title of the movie.
Yeah,
That's the full title.
Tommy, the only way I'll go see that with you is if you pay for my ticket. I'm not spending my money on that.
It sounds like a Death Grips song title.
It does.
It's an emo punk band.
It's Birds of Prey.
Or like Panic at the Disco.
And it's right here.
It sounds like someone's debut album.
Right there.
Like their name is Birds of Prey, and then the album is Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn.
Yeah, it's like Midwest emo, American football kind of stuff.
So, see? It's all right there.
Local band from Topeka, Kansas.
So it's got some names.
Essentially.
It's got some names tagged on. Mary Elizabeth Winstead is Huntress.
Yeah, but so did Suicide Squad. They had some names on there.
They had Jai Courtney.
Yeah, but did they have Ewan McGregor from the Star Wars prequels?
They had
And Christopher Robin?
They had Jaden Smith.
Did they have...
I can't wait for Suicide Squad 2. Let's
Smith.
restart this ship.
Did they have...
Jaden Smith.
Jerdane Smollett Bell?
If they don't have Shia LaBeouf, I'm not paying to see that.
I don't think they have... They have Ali Wong. They have... This is... The most you know is Ewan McGregor and Mary Elizabeth Winstead and Margot Robbie.
Yeah, Margot Robbie.
Out of this...
I don't even know the first two.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead...
What's she look like?
Have you ever seen Sky High?
Yeah.
It's the
hold on,
villain
she
from
looks familiar.
Sky High.
Oh,
And
okay,
she's in...
She looks familiar.
She's in 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it is. Yeah.
So she's the bad guy
from separate movies.
Yeah. Well, he knows
I
Sky
know
High.
from
We watch Sky High.
And she kind of looks like the girl from Ned's Declassified School Survival.
I know. I thought it was her, and I was like, "Wow, is she in?" No.
You guys want to
it's
have a
not her.
Sky High movie night?
Yeah. Do you
Where
want
we
to do a
watch it, like-
commentary on Sky High?
Where we watch it like 5 times.
Are we gonna cross-reference it with the R. Kelly one?
Yeah. Let's take different scenes and intercut. So
Act like it's part of the movie. It's like, wait, guys, I don't think this is part of the movie.
So wait.
Trapped
I
in
don't
the
think this is
closet.
Sky High.
Trapped in the Closet and Sky High are in the same
That's
universe.
it's called the Closet Verse. But yeah,
Sky High in
Flat
the closet.
Stanley. You gotta throw a Flat
Flat
Stanley
Stanley,
somewhere.
the kid who eats glue and nerds. Yeah, the
Kid that melts.
Triple
The
team.
kid that melts is in Sky High, so it's already in the same universe.
Triple team.
What was? I was thinking of something. Trapped in the Locker. The sequel.
Yeah, it ends with I'll stop the world and melt with you, but it's just the lyrics over Trapped in the Closet, the same beat over and over and over again.
Make it happen.
No, it's made like creepily in the background while like the R. Kelly
And then it pans up to the moon, and R. Kelly's face is in the moon, like the baby in the sun, or like Teletubbies, and he's like, that's Sky High.
No, but it's him just looking down, going midget.
So, Ewan McGregor plays Roman Sionis, aka Black Mask.
What does that Ewan McGregor look like?
Have you ever seen that meme where it's like, hello there. And it's Obi-Wan?
Yeah, he's Obi-Wan.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
You could have just told me that. You said he's in the prequels of Star Wars.
Oh, I thought you just know. And then there's a guy playing Victor Zsasz. And they're two like low-level Batman villains, which is fine. But like there's nothing set that makes me want to go like, yeah, I'll go see that.
Isn't that the guy that's like good with knives or something?
It's the guy who, when he kills people, he cuts himself for every single kill, and he has a place.
Demi?
especially on his back. Well, I think sometimes it's on his back or his neck for
early
Batman.
2000s middle school girl.
Yeah.
Well, whenever he kills Batman, he's gonna end it all. In some versions where he just slices his neck because he's performed the ultimate kill, and it's so edgy and
Epic kill.
And then it's too. I'm definitely getting hints that it's gonna be like Hot Topic because you have that
Hot
one.
Topic,
You have
culture.
a villain who wants to kill themselves.
Well, they got to market to somebody.
It's gonna have like a hot top. Like there's gonna be
It's
like
like what
they're gonna have a
Suicide Squad
brand
was.
deal with hot top.
And then you have Black Mask, who's so edgy that he had a skull mask.
He's like Red
but
Skull,
it melded
but
to
it-
his face.
Isn't he just like a mob boss or something?
Yeah.
Sounds like a bad version of Red
But-
Skull.
I am hoping they don't do this. In recent comics, it's a dominatrix mask. But knowing
Dominatrix.
knowing Hot Topic, they're definitely gonna do
They're
that.
gonna- yeah.
Where it's zippers for
He's gonna
the
be a-
eyes
he's
and
a-
zipper for the mouth.
He's a leather daddy.
Yeah, it's a leather daddy mask, but it looks like a skull.
Do you think
And
he
then-
was in a Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yeah, it's Freddie Mercury. So would you guys ever watch this?
I don't know.
Maybe
depends
when
on how it's marketed.
Maybe
Because
when
I
it
was-
comes out on the DC streaming service.
I was telling Tommy that DC, they're just terrible with their marketing. Absolutely awful with
They
their
also
trailers,
make-
with the marketing.
They also make terrible movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's worse. Like the movies would be better if they marketed them better
Well,
and
No.
edited them better.
Shazam,
Yeah.
I feel like they
Well-
did a better move. They did a better job.
Yeah,
with, like,
because they just said it's a goofy movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
and like they did like something with Impractical Jokers.
Yeah.
So
They did.
yeah,
Wow.
they had like them go and do like their thing at a signing. Like the main character was signing stuff, and like they were his security.
Oh, that's cool.
And so like the one thing was like, I forget who it was, but like go and unzip all the guys' jackets.
Oh, yeah.
So like the guy who was getting his thing signed, like and he has like 5 sweatshirts on. He just goes up and starts
Yeah.
unzipping all of them.
But I think it's impossible for DC to be constant about it because they have so many directors, like on so many different movies.
And
They never do
every
anything
movie they're going for
consistently.
like a different feel.
Yeah, they never do anything consistently.
Speaking of different feel, from Hot Topic
Oh yeah.
to Wonder Woman, we are going to Wonder Woman,
Wonder Woman,
1984, and then Kristen Wiig. You know Kristen Wiig.
Yeah.
Would you ever cast her as the cheetah?
No.
Well, she is. Boy, oh boy.
Take that.
How does that even make any sense?
Josh,
Who
it's
does
Wonder
this
Woman
casting?
1984. You wanna Helmet Movies casting? I think you do a better job, but yeah, Kristen Wiig is gonna be the cheetah. You probably know.
Oh, they're going for the 80s.
Yeah,
80s.
it's in the 80s
of course.
during the Cold War, and it's conflict with the Soviet Union, and she's gonna fight the cheetah, and that's all I had to say about that. And they're
The
bringing
Batman.
it.
But I don't know how much
That's
what's his name wants to do it.
let me tell you, the recasting.
Are they?
Let's go right back. Let's go to the
my
Batman.
God.
So the Batman, our boy Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
In January 2019, Affleck confirmed that he will not reprise his role as the Batman, but remains involved as a producer.
Well, that's awkward.
And you're an oracle. It's set in the 90s.
What did I say?
It's gonna be a 90s prequel of the Batman's first couple cases.
So it's just gonna be like Batman Begins.
Basically, I think they're looking for the Penguin. People have been swirling around.
Danny DeVito.
Danny
DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
All right, hold on.
Our boy.
You think you funny, huh? Well, you ain't Josh Gad.
I looked up the Chris Pine thing. Like, did Chris Pine die in Wonder Woman? It's like, even though he signed on to a multi-movie deal with DC, he dies at the end of Wonder Woman. So they're going to somehow bring him back in Wonder Woman
makes
2.
sense.
Escape to Africa.
People are saying that he has the desire to
I couldn't see him
play
playing as
the
Penguin,
Penguin.
unless he
And then
gets it a little bit more rotund.
he's been pictured with Jeff Johns, and I think
Like the Penguin, he's got to be like a midget.
Tommy, can you cut this out for a second? Go back.
At the same time.
But yeah, Josh Gad, I don't see him as the Penguin. I didn't see the other guy as the Penguin that's on the TV show.
They should get the midget from Trapped in the Closet.
The Black
Yeah,
Penguin.
the Black Penguin.
It's like when
he's got the ultimate power.
it's like in Daredevil, Daredevil 2002, like when Ben Affleck was Daredevil, they had what's his name as Wilson Fisk.
What's his name? Not
He was
Keegan
in
Michael
Green-
Key. They had Keegan Michael Key as the
Wilson
Kingpin.
Fisk. No,
It's
he was in the Green Mile.
Yeah,
He's like the big black guy.
big black boy.
Yeah.
Big chunky boy.
I think he died like a few years ago.
Yeah, he did. And I was like,
They're gonna bring him back like Chris Pine's character.
Bring him back.
yeah.
Run it back.
Run back, baby.
Well, he actually died, buddy. Not like
Run
his
it back.
character
not in like a
died.
comic universe.
It's Michael Clark Duncan.
Yeah, Michael Clark died.
And
Okay.
he was actually a really, really good actor.
Whoa.
Daredevil broke his knees, I think.
Ouch.
So, but in 2012 he died, and like how old was he? He wasn't even that.
He was what is that? He would have been 60 last year.
He would have been 60 last year.
Yeah, because my dad was born in 58.
Wow, he wasn't even that old. So,
Well, how did he die?
I think it was something with his heart or something. Yeah, it's hard.
It doesn't matter what age you are with that.
Yeah.
So that's all we know about Batman.
I could never trust you, cause you were rude to my hat. If Josh Gad was here, he would have made me laugh.
They're recasting.
We get another Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah.
These Suicide Squad.
Let's jump right into it. It's the Suicide Squad.
Instead of it being Suicide Squad, they're rebooting it as The Suicide Squad.
That is where you're wrong. It is now officially confirmed that it is a sequel.
Now they changed it.
They changed it
Again?
back.
It was
They-
a sequel to a reboot.
They
Now it's
said
a sequel again.
We've never said that it is a reboot, but they came out with all pretenses. They're like, this is a new story. This is a completely different Suicide Squad than you'd know. I'm like, that sounds
so
like
it's
a
a
reboot. And they're like,
No,
no,
it's not a reboot. You say-
It means that all the other squad members that you like are gone.
Yeah, they're not.
They all died.
Shut up.
Go out.
Shut up! Yeah. Especially, I liked, what's his name? The guy who could climb anything. Slipknot.
His 10
He
second
died in like 10 minutes.
Where his head blew off in like the first 10 seconds.
Someone popped a cat.
It's
All
useless.
he did was punch a woman and get his head blown up.
Yeah.
He's trying
Completely
to.
useless.
I'll insert the videos here.
Here comes Slipknot, the man who can climb anything. Wonderful.
Have a good time, scumbag.
He punched someone in the head, tried to climb a wall, and went kaboom.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you think about the whole movie, El Diablo was the only one that really did anything.
Yeah, and he
Not until the last 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And didn't they like kill him off in the last 10 seconds too?
So, yeah.
But yeah.
Look it up.
So the Suicide Squad is now James Gunn. He's helming it.
Yeah.
And so all we have is that
Oh, we
They
got Jai Courtney.
oh yeah, they completely lied. There are some people. Of course, we're getting
It's all the same people.
Harley Quinn back.
It's
We're
all
getting Rick Flag,
it's all Amanda Waller.
Amanda Waller, and Captain Boomerang. But Idris Elba's going to be a new character.
Is he gonna be Deadshot?
No, people thought that he was going to be. He was initially going to replace Smith, but he's going to be a new character. So Smith could return in the future because he is working on the genie from Aladdin.
Kazam.
yeah, he's the new. But yeah, Idris Elba, I think they can't do Black Manta. I'm thinking of black people that he can play, which might be racist, but you know,
Yeah.
he's African American. I'm African American, so yeah. Try to fight me on this. I'm not a racist.
Yeah, El Diablo dies at the end.
Exactly. He's not.
He's the only one that did anything.
He's the only one that I actually kind of liked. All the other people, I was like, these people are awful.
They're just trying to be funny.
Yeah.
For the whole movie, and then it's just like, oh, we actually have to tell the story.
Yeah.
So let's just make Fire Guy suddenly change his mind about not using his powers and save him.
It felt like they went to each of them and they're like, or at least like several of them, and they're like, you're the main character of the story.
You're the main character and you're the funniest.
You're the funniest character. So everyone tried to be the funniest and tried to grab as much screen time and make their role as important as
I
possible.
probably blame the
Except for
writers.
Slipknot.
Because the writers probably tanked the whole movie.
Slipknot's the most important one.
Everyone that worked on that movie should have found another job.
I mean, it had A-list actors in it. It's a it all
it
comes
had
up to
the-
the writers
You know,
and the casters.
A-list actors isn't gonna like get them that much.
I feel like Will Smith's trying to destroy his career after Suicide Squad.
I'm telling you, he hasn't had a good movie since like Men in Black 3.
No, After Earth. So that's all we know about the Suicide Squad.
That's all we want to know about the Suicide Squad.
There he is. Do you have any like?
Well, it's
idea
all up
who
in the
he's
air.
gonna
Probably they'll probably push it back or it won't even come out.
Wait, is he a DJ and a rapper?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
he DJs. The guy who founded Off-White, the streetwear clothing brand, he DJs. Like everybody DJs.
Everyone can DJ.
Yeah.
You just especially if you have money.
That's like all the people in my class. Like they think that since they just got like all this expensive equipment, they're just like, oh, I'm a professional DJ. I mean, to be a good DJ it takes skill, but to be like just a regular, like just guy with a turntable, who really cares? Aquaman 2.
Wait. Let's not even talk about that because
they already did Escape to
Electric
Africa.
Boogaloo.
before I even talk about Aquaman 2, there's something that's Aquaman related coming out before that.
Does it have Jason Momoa in it?
No, it's an Aquaman spinoff called The Trench.
Is it DC affiliated?
Is it about
like, all the
Yes,
releases?
it's based on.
Is it about World War I trench warfare?
No, it's
Yes.
yes. Aquaman is thrown into the middle of World War I trench
Should we
warfare.
get this on tape?
It's already on tape.
Yeah.
It's recording.
I couldn't tell.
It's literally shows it on both.
I didn't see the meter movie.
And it's like the day before the Christmas soccer match. He's like, yeah, I'm so glad I came. I'm so glad I got to participate in this event. Thank you. I'd like to come back next year. What? Oh, guys, 4 more years.
I can't
4
say
more
anything.
years.
4 more years.
4 more.
But yeah, it's called The Trench, and it's all the ancillary characters of Aquaman, all his like side characters,
Oh boy.
and it's supposed to be a horror about
The ocean.
They explore that that
Marianas Trench.
Yeah. The marinara sauce.
The
trench.
the Marinara Trench.
Ah, yes.
So
It's all Aquaman's sidekicks getting sucked into like the ring of fire.
So The Trench.
As Johnny Cash's Ring of Fire is playing.
By Pitbull. As a cover.
You've seen them in like Injustice 2 in that.
I'm a trench queen at the strip club.
Yeah, there it is. So they like, you know when yeah, I'm gonna keep going.
Won't you come my way?
Wrong one. That's a different song. But
It was a similar one.
you know, yeah, the same.
All rap is
Oh, I
the same.
was up alone.
But
She's my trench queen.
you remember
She's
my trans queen.
She's my trap queen.
But-
Same meaning. It's the same thing.
So
That's what he meant.
Lift it back so we can all see it.
in Injustice 2,
The game.
yeah, there's when you're in the in Atlantis, there's a cut scene where if you like smack a person out, the Trench Queen eats them and like spits them out.
Sounds like a dominatrix.
That's probably where you'll know her from. But these monsters show up.
That looks like the like Mirelurk Kings from which Fallout. It was like the oh yeah, it's from Fallout 4.
Yeah.
You can't tell the size of the lad.
Thank you. And that's how many there are. Not
is Pitbull gonna do an Ocean Man cover?
He better. It'd be better than ruining a Ring of Fire.
Here's what I want to do. That's going in my hentai folder.
You gonna leave that in?
There it is.
Just for you guys' reference, it is in fact going into his hentai folder.
My homework folder.
Along with a picture of Brian McSee's mugshot.
And the John Podesta.
John Podesta screenshot.
So I want
Balloony more.
John Podesta and Balloony. So there, I was wondering, I would actually, if they made any Aquaman spinoffs, I'd like to see them make one where it's Pitbull, but reshooting the entire thing of Aquaman as Aquaman.
No, but
as
he's
like a music
every
video.
character. He's every, and then
just one big music video.
And then that's exactly right. Yeah. It's scored by Ocean to Ocean, and that's just on loop in the background. Like there's no quiet parts. It's just that on.
No, but they stretch the song. They like time stretch the song over the whole movie.
And I was thinking they just loop it over, but each time it plays, it gets louder and louder to the point where there's no dialogue. It's just that. They're just
from
like
ocean
talking.
to ocean.
Sea to sea. But I would pay so much money to see him do it.
Tell me when it comes out on DVD, get a copy, and we can do that.
Well, I think it's already out on. Is it out on DVD? Yeah, it's out on DVD.
Hey, talk about terrible music choices. You want to hear? You want to know what I heard at my school once again?
Old Town Road.
Semi-Charmed Life. Third Eye Blind.
Life.
I heard it again at the gym. I don't know who makes these stupid playlists, but they're the worst, absolute worst, and I absolutely hate who does that.
Have you tried this cool thing called headphones?
I don't have any wireless headphones because I don't have an input jack, and I'm too much of a broke boy to get some AirPods and flex on the rich black kids at my
broke.
school.
I mean, you are.
You could literally get like a $20 pair from Amazon.
Yeah, probably.
So
I'm looking for quality.
This is on to the movie that's never going to be made. And
which one?
This is the one that scares me the most.
The
Flash.
It's the Flash.
Great.
You know what? I already talked to you about this like years ago because they said that they were going to do this. The story that they're thinking about like doing is Flashpoint.
Already.
Which one's that?
It's like where it just like turns the universe like upside down.
The Flash goes back in time to save his mom because he's so
like time travels
and then that causes, the best way they explain it is that it's like throwing a pebble into
it's just a ripple effect.
Yeah, there's a ripple effect. So it doesn't just affect everything that goes forward in time, it affects everything that goes back in time too. So before, like, Superman crashed before Barry's mom was killed. But because Barry saved his mom, it went back farther in time and changed that Superman didn't crash in Smallville. He crashed in the middle of Metropolis, killing, like, thousands. Mm-hmm. And the government grabbed him and shoved him in a cage. And it changed that Batman's parents weren't killed. It was Bruce Wayne that was killed.
And then his dad becomes Batman and his mom becomes the Joker. Right?
Yes. Yeah. So, and then when
they definitely shouldn't do that. That's just gonna take their whole movie industry and whatever, just literally throw it in the garbage.
Whatever shaky legs they have their whole plot, like their whole universe set on, just gonna flip it up.
Here's the thing: when he comes back, the whole entire thing is time travel. Like, when you correct something in time travel, it never happens the same. So when you change a timeline, even if you're correcting, like stopping yourself from changing a timeline,
It changes the timeline again.
To
then go back.
So basically, by that logic, they're changing the entire universe. Again.
It's just a whole reboot.
It's a new reboot.
Yep.
But
for no reason.
They're just going to reboot the DC universe.
Yeah,
I
for no
feel like
reason.
it's something that they're going to do where it's just like...
Or it's just contained in the movie.
It's just like how they did in the comics where Batman and Green Lantern did very well. So they're like, no, all that history happened. Like Batman had his back broken and Batman had a bunch of Robins, but that was all in the span of 5 years. So Jason Todd died, and then a year later he got over it and got Tim.
Yeah.
And somehow Dick Grayson became like 29 and Batman's 35. And it's weird.
They just shouldn't do it.
They shouldn't do that.
Well,
because they're hitting us with an Aquaman 2. So this isn't going to change Aquaman because Aquaman brought in the bucks. But it's going to change Batman and it's going to change Superman. It might even erase Superman and give us Supergirl.
You see, I think
it's not going to change Shazam.
I think I have an idea for that.
Shazam.
Like if they kept everything, like they did the Flashpoint storyline, but if they contained it in the movie, like instead of branching it out to other movies and be like, oh, this is how things are now, just get over it.
Then you couldn't do that because then the movie wouldn't really be canon.
Yeah.
Then you'd have to start the multiverse.
Yeah.
Which we already have with the Joker.
I'm saying like if like it's introduced in the beginning because it would have to be like a 3-hour movie or something.
Yeah,
so, like,
at least.
Yeah, so like
or
then like the conflict arises when like the whole multiverse effect happens and then somehow resolves itself at the end.
I'm just saying they're speeding up everything.
Yeah.
They killed Superman in his second movie, where it basically was just a Batman movie. So all we knew was Superman for the first movie, and we're like, why should we care about this guy who just died? Now, they're not even going to give The Flash his own movie, and they're already going to change everything. And that is something that I hate, and they should at least, like, you should know The Flash's villains. You should know, like, they should establish something first before they change everything else.
They should actually like have the Flash as a character.
Because the Flash only was in the Justice League, and now they're gonna go like, yeah, his whole entire world's gonna change because we're changing the universe. This is the only way we can do it, and we're sick. We don't want to wait that long because it's not giving us money. We want the money. We're changing the universe. So.
Doesn't he like time travel on like a treadmill?
That was Silver Age.
Okay.
Now he can just run so fast that
he just go. I'm gonna go back down, bro.
Well, it's something called the Speed Force. So every single speedster in the DC universe gets speed.
I don't want to get into the lore of
Backyardigans lore.
Yeah. There's a bionicle lore. So yeah, this is introducing the multiverse. Well, no, the Joker is, which actually looks kind of good.
Yeah.
But then we're getting Aquaman 2, which is, they just said they only have written the first act. And it's just going to be Black Manta.
Aquaman 2, Return from Africa.
Return from Africa. From you.
Or just a cutscene.
Here are some other ones that they've thrown out. Lobo. He's like a space biker.
He was in First Injustice.
As strong as Superman. No, he's not.
That's gonna be
but
stupid.
He's pretty strong. He's like their Deadpool, but he's strong.
He's like a bounty hunter.
And
he's like Dog the Bounty Hunter.
If they got Dog the Bounty Hunter, it would be Lobo. I would.
He would kind of look like him with like makeup.
Dog the Bounty Hunter.
I love that show.
It's a good show.
Justice League Dark.
Justice League Dark.
They casted all as black people.
Yeah, it's Black Justice League. There is actually an all-black Justice League, but that's on a different Earth. But Just League Dark
Would it
is
just be a horror movie or
it's
something?
Hot Topic basically. It's
It's just Suicide Squad and aesthetics.
so
But
they
with
have
Batman.
so they have Zatanna, who's a witch. They have Deadman, who's a ghost. It's all the creepy people. They have Swamp Thing, who I'll get into later because they are having a TV show that's coming out.
A
in May.
sequel?
We're having Cyborg.
They need to stop with Cyborg. Because they've got the Doom Patrol one, they've got the movie one. Stop.
They should stop with the movie one because the TV show one is so much better because they actually give him.
He
character.
actually looks like Cyborg instead of just Metal Boy.
Yeah, he doesn't. His crotch doesn't look like Megatron's face. But
Sound clip that.
his crotch doesn't look like Megatron's face.
Alright, we got Black Adam.
Which I'm hoping that they just roll into Shazam 2 because I really don't want to watch
Just a Black Adam movie.
Yeah, I don't want to watch Black Adam then Shazam 2 and have him come in Shazam 2 and they're like, "Oh, that's where Black Adam comes from."
Who is Black Adam?
Black Adam's evil Shazam.
Yeah.
Basically. He said Shazam. You remember in the Shazam movie where the wizard's like, "We gave this guy our powers years ago." It's that guy. And he's from ancient Egypt, and he was a Jewish slave, and then he got the powers, which doesn't
And they
make sense.
casted The Rock to play him?
He's pretty,
You get a Samoan
He's pretty-
guy to play
he's brown!
a Jewish slave.
He's brown! He's fine.
I couldn't really see him playing as a bad guy, though. Or as like a villain.
Have
they're
you
making him
watched
an
WWF?
Yeah, buddy.
Can you
I
smell
Know
what the Rock is cooking?
buddy?
Like, he usually wasn't the bad guy.
You're wrong.
He was a good guy mostly. But, they're making him into an anti-hero.
Oh, okay.
Because
it's
they're
The
like,
Rock.
The Rock looks exactly like Black Adam, but we don't want to make him a villain because most of our villains die. So why don't we make him an anti-hero?
And then kill him.
So we don't waste Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
So we don't get the urge to kill.
We got,
Oh my god, there's
what
so
is
many.
it? Justice League 2,
Just what we need. All right.
which is going to be the Legion of Doom with like Lex Luthor, everyone's favorite Lex Luthor, and
It's gonna be stupid.
what's his name?
They just need to stop.
And Ben Affleck's still signed on for this one.
They just need to stop.
We got Green Lantern Corps, which was actually announced before Suicide Squad.
Do you guys think Ryan Reynolds is gonna come back?
Yeah, he's coming back. Him and Tom Cruise, who was supposed to be Green Lantern in that movie, but they kicked him out. And Jack Black. There was supposed to be a Jack Black Green Lantern movie.
And they're gonna get Nick Cage to play Superman.
Ooh, yeah. But yeah, and the Man of Steel sequel.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, Amy Adams said that they're working on a screenplay, but she is also stated that she's not coming back. So yeah, they're doing a Booster Gold movie.
Who is Booster Gold?
Booster Gold
He's
is
like a time traveling rich guy.
so
Gosh.
he is not a rich guy. He's a janitor in a museum full of superheroes, and then he finds this suit that allows him to travel back in time and shoot lasers. So he's like, my life as a janitor sucks, so I'm stealing this. And he grabs a informational bot also security bot from the museum, and that's his sidekick.
Torque bot.
Yeah, it's a twerk bot. It's a twerking robot. So Booster Gold,
Time traveling janitor.
time traveling janitor,
With the
and then
twerk bot.
his whole entire thing is he wants to be famous.
Is he a hero or a villain?
He's a hero.
Anti-hero?
He's like but he's not like an anti-hero.
He's a screw up. And he's a hero in the fact that he messes with time, then he cleans it up, and people congratulate him.
So they're gonna do that after Flashpoint?
Yes. So yes, his best friend's Blue Beetle. You know Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
You've seen. So I don't think
Blue Beetle.
I don't think Blue Beetle and Booster Gold can carry just separate movies. I think they have to be in a team-up movie, which
They're gonna do what
in
they
2015
did in, Batman
they
vs
said
Superman, where like they threw in Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
That's what they're gonna do. It's gonna be Booster Gold, but then have a Blue Beetle, and then make a Blue Beetle movie.
but
Well, I don't really know which one you could base a franchise movie on more.
I think they should do
D, none of the
what
above.
they. I think they should do Heroes for Hire it, where both Luke Cage was fine, but Iron Fist was crap. They should have just plowed them together and then just yeah. They should have put them together and had a Heroes for Hire, because you could have taken the best parts from both of them and then mixed them together to counteract it. That's what I think, because both of them couldn't handle their own series. I think they should do that for Booster Gold and Blue Beetle, because neither of them can handle their own series, and fans wouldn't be angry to have, because everyone loves them. Everyone loves their bromance or whatever they have. So then we have
Your dog looks like he's dead.
He's dead. Yeah, I shot him. Which brings us to Deadshot.
I think the FBI shot him from outside.
Stop!
It was one of the snipers. They got snipers trained on the windows.
But yeah, there's so speaking of
crappy things.
yeah, so we're not only having Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad 2 and Birds of Prey, we're also having another female-centric team with Harley Quinn in
Women
it.
aren't funny.
It is, yeah, there we go. Gotham City Sirens, and now it's just Harley Quinn, Catwoman, and Poison Ivy. And
So wait.
Margot Robbie will reprise her role.
Hold on, wait. So in the Birds of Prey, they're heroes.
They're heroes.
So she's going from villain in Suicide Squad to hero in Birds of Prey to a villain in Gotham City Sirens.
Anti-hero in Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
And hero in
Birds of Prey.
Birds of Prey. Anti-hero in Suicide Squad 2. Anti-hero in Gotham City Sirens.
Pick what chance?
Like, Catwoman... No. Stop. I hate my touchscreen computer. So...
Suffering from success.
My touchscreen laptop.
Touchscreen laptop.
So,
Sir, can you stop touching my touchscreen Dell laptop?
why? So, it's... So, Catwoman's an anti-hero, basically, because she's not always a supervillain, and Poison Ivy is an anti-hero, because she's not always a supervillain.
So do you think in the cinematic, the extended universe, that Catwoman and Batman are gonna be like lovers?
Yeah, I think they're gonna go like... I think they're gonna make some offhanded comment where like, I saw you like around the bat, and you guys a thing or something. But something that
Bat lover.
makes me definitely not want to see this is right here, August 2017. It is said that Leto is confirmed to reprise his role as the Joker.
Well, they're doing that for Suicide Squad too.
No, they're not.
Yeah,
No.
I just read an article that
Really?
said that. I'm pretty sure I did.
That wouldn't make sense.
They said that he's too busy filming Morbius, which is another one. But that's in the Spider-Man universe. That's in the Spider-Verse, which we'll get into.
Which
maybe
one? The
someday.
Marvel or
Sony.
The Sony?
Sony. That's in the Bladeverse. But then we have a Deadshot
Standalone
movie with our boy Will Smith confirmed to reprise his role. We have Nightwing.
Hold on, can we go back to Deadshot for
We're
a
not
second?
okay.
So he's not going to be in Suicide Squad 2, right?
Yes, because he's getting his own standalone movie.
They probably just won't include him as a character.
What do you think they're going to... Because they're probably going to mention him. What do you think they're going to say?
They'll probably just make
I don't think he has any villains. I think they're gonna go like...
Isn't he the villain?
He's the
he's
villain.
just a villain.
He's a bad
like
guy.
Batman.
In the comics, he has a death wish, and he wants to die. That's why he fights a bunch of superheroes. Because he's like, I'm the best at what I do, but if I'm unloading a bunch of bullets into a bulletproof man like Superman, he's just gonna knock my block off, and I hope he does. So that's why he signed on for the Suicide Squad, because he's like, yeah, I just want to die, but go out in a blaze of glory. So, but he never seems to do that. So Nightwing.
See, they should have done that at the end of Suicide Squad. Just killed him.
Yeah, but he has a daughter. He's more sympathetic. It's not like he has a death wish. Who here is suicidal? Everyone in Hot Topic raises their hand.
As Dakota by Tiny Moving Parts starts playing in the background.
But we also have Nightwing. Do you guys know who Nightwing is? You know.
Yeah.
Do you? Yeah, you watched. I'm sorry.
I'm not stupid.
No, not a lot of people know who Nightwing is. So Nightwing.
He's literally the cooler of all the bad sidekicks.
What about Red Hood, buddy?
Yeah.
He shoots people, so he's pretty cool. That's stupid. That's stupid.
Murder is cool.
He's pretty cool. He shoots people. Check your privilege at the door, buddy.
Oh, nice. Harley Quinn and Joker.
Okay, wait.
Sorry, I skipped over Batgirl.
Yeah,
Batgirl by Joss Whedon. Joss Whedon was hired, but because of his infidelity, people thought that he was a misogynist and was kicked off Batgirl, even though...
And he was like a stark, like, male feminist.
Yeah.
Ironically enough.
So, that's all we know. But it's still coming out. They're looking for a female director.
She's the
because they can't make the same mistake twice.
The one from Birds of Prey.
What?
She's the screenwriter.
Oh, the screenwriter. I thought you meant the director.
No. God, like seeing all these like future projects is making me dizzy.
Harley Quinn Joker
sad.
film.
Know,
Yeah, Harley Quinn Joker film.
What
Can't you wait to just get a standalone movie of both these
and the Hot Topic aesthetic,
annoying characters?
This time it would be the Spencer's Gifts aesthetic.
Yeah, Spencer's Gifts definitely. And then let's not spend any more time on this.
Yeah,
the story looks flaring.
that's true.
They're gonna combine the previous tones of the previous works of Bad Santa and This Is Us.
Oh my!
Two very different.
Read it. Read it. The story will explore the relationship of the characters, combining the tones of the Vicary and Requa's previous work.
That's the
Bad
most
Santa.
Hot Topic sentence I've ever read.
I swear they make it
It's
they make it their job to just shoot themselves in the foot like annually. Like Bad Santa is a freaking comedy.
Yeah.
And This Is Us is like
It's
the
like
most
a
like
raunchy-
stark drama I've ever seen in my life.
It's a raunchy comedy
yeah,
mixed with just the most
like depressing drama.
yeah. So we're on the Deathstroke because I don't want to talk anymore about this. We said everything.
Yeah.
These are the ones we're going over right now. They're basically just concepts where
Just
like
thrown up in the air.
like a muffin man who came in to, like an intern who came in to deliver muffins. They're like, I like Deathstroke, I like Joker, I like Harley Quinn, I like Supergirl, I like Blue Beetle, I like Plastic Man, I like The Trench, I like Shazam.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay.
Wonder Woman, but Cold War.
Oh yeah, they put
Wonder Woman, but nuke.
So Deathstroke is getting his own movie.
Yeah.
And
Which I could be interested in
yeah,
if they did it right.
What has he done to deserve a movie? A standalone.
he
movie?
appeared at the end of Justice League.
He's like the more serious Deadpool.
He's
ripped
cool.
off the character.
Kind of. He's like the main Teen Titans villain.
Yeah, I just remember from like the old Teen Titans.
Yeah, his name is Slade.
Teen Tart.
Teen Tardans.
Do you mean Teen Titans Go?
Then we get, on top of a Harley Quinn and Joker film, we get a
Why?
Joker film. Not the Joker, but a Jared Leto Joker
will be
film.
involved
Oh my
with
God.
the hiring of the film production's crew.
Why?
they're gonna ruin their franchise.
I don't
They
know.
already have.
Single-handedly.
They're just like stomping it into the ground right
just
now.
by announcing these
They're just
films.
beating it with like a. It's like they're like the printer in Office Space where it's like start beating it with a bat.
It's like the those those like beat rooms where
Yeah, yeah.
you can like beat like random objects.
Yeah. That's their franchise. The bat is them and their terrible ideas.
Yeah. DC Extended Universe is like the microwave, and the bat is the next movie that's coming out.
Essentially,
They're like curb stomping their franchise.
it's like American History X
Yeah.
style.
So, next one is Supergirl, because we don't know much about Joker. We don't know much about these ones. Supergirl, they don't want to do Superman anymore.
Didn't she say what's his name off the movie? I left.
It's not confirmed, but they have confirmed that they're steering away from Superman, probably because he doesn't want to do it.
Yeah. Well, like,
He
wait,
doesn't want to be typecast as Superman
with the
for rest of his
whole
life, which
with the whole Joaquin Phoenix Joker thing, is it even part of like the universe?
no, it's in the multiverse.
That's what they're gonna say.
Multiverse.
I'm getting to that. Shut up! Shut up! I'm on this.
on the case.
Talk about it.
I'm on the case.
So we got Supergirl, we got Blue Beetle, we got Plastic Man.
Yeah.
Blue
Blah,
Beetle's
blah,
spinoff.
Wonder
Plastic
Woman
Man.
84.
Wonder Woman
Trench.
84.
Already talked about those.
Isn't Plastic Man just kind of like the funny guy in the background?
He's
He's
Mr.
kind of like the fat funny guy, but without being fat.
He's Mr. Fantastic, but funny.
Mr. Fantastic.
So
Mr. Fantastic.
now we're getting into the list of DC multi-worlds.
Wow.
The DC multiverse world.
What's up? It's your boy, Will Flynn, at the mic again.